Getting set for a semifinal tilt between Haugen and Belmonte here at Brunswick Zone Carolier. Kimberly Pressler is with number 2 seed Mike Haugen.
Thanks, Mike. So, Michael, a lot of the guys that are hooking the ball seem to have some issues out on the lanes, but out of everyone, you throw the straightest. How is that playing into your confidence?
I don't worry about the other guys do, and the whole week they didn't seem to have any issues at all. So whatever's going on TV pair, if it's going to be better for the hook, then it's better for the hook, and if it's better for the straight, it's better for the straight. My job's to knock 10 pins down. I don't really care what Jason does. He's none of my business. You know, my job is to knock 10 pins down.
Well, it's no secret that you've had some injuries, and do you feel like some people have counted you out of this?
Well, I'm sure they have, but, I mean, clearly here I am. So I'm back, and I'm healthy, and, you know, I'm not going anywhere. I'm a young 47.
All right, good luck to you, Michael. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Kimberly. A young 47, Michael Haugen Jr. gets Belmonte after Belmonte takes out Smallwood 202-173 and Simonelli 227-214. The higher seed, Michael Haugen Jr., has indicated that Jason Belmonte will begin the match on the left lane.
Yeah, Jason Belmonte immediately going to a different bowling ball for this match. Scores are a lot lower than I thought they would be, MJ.
Pats the pocket, strike for Belmonte on that left lane. You heard him in the interview with Kimberly. Michael Haugen Jr., 2nd seed. He says, quote, "Just tell me I can't do something and I'll find a way to do it," unquote. 17-year player, 3 tour titles, looking for his 2nd major. And that's a great way to start. Haugen. Haugen's road to the finals beat the number 2 player, Cameron Weir, 670-572, then took out Joey Pants, Joe Paluzek, Stuart Williams, 2-time Masters winner Doug Kent, Ryan Simonelli, before losing to E.J. Tackett in the winner's bracket 3-game total pins match, which earned him the number 2 seed. Strike apiece, 2nd frame. It's the Masters semifinal. Direct line and a strike.
You told a straight guy to hold. Come on now. You know I got the hold. Come on now.
And we talked to him yesterday. He said if I can shim it, meaning if he has a little bit of hold playing that line, he's going to find a home. And early on, unless he made 2 absolutely perfect shots, that down and in looks pretty good.
Belmonte continues to run the step ladder. He's got a strike. Needs to keep pace here with Haugen, 2nd frame. Belmonte, solid, pack double.
All right, let's take a look at the 2 completely different ways to attack this oil pattern. The Michael Haugen Jr. version, which is right up the 9th board. That's pretty down and in. And here's the opposite end of the spectrum, Jason Belmonte. And the last shot he just threw, that went over the 27th or 28th board. Belmonte, a good 4 arrows left of Michael Haugen Jr., but I think that's also the beauty of this USBC oil pattern. It allowed all styles to play.
2 of those styles on display right here. The 2-handed sensation, Jason Belmonte, and the tour veteran, Michael Haugen Jr. 2 strikes apiece, 3rd frame. All strikes.
Wow. Talk about a change of equipment and change line. He moved farther left, and now he's just bringing the thunder.
Randy, last time Haugen stepped up, he said he's got to shim it out. Can you be more specific?
Well, I said that, and what I mean by that is that he looks at the fact that if he can shim up against it, meaning if he has hold, that's kind of his shim. If he pulls it, the ball lays there, that's a good thing.
And a 4-pin stand. Spinner, no go.
That didn't do what he was talking about in terms of if he has a little shim there. Mike, we also used to use shims in the old oiling machines to actually apply more pressure to the buffing wheel to put more oil on the lane. And so that's kind of that reference.
Also referred to as the shim of love by the players. Haugen cleans up the spare. He says determination, hard work, talent, and guts can beat raw talent.
Get up, get up.
You know, the question for Michael Haugen Jr. is when he pulls the ball left, is it going to hold line? He's not going to miss that far to the right. Belmonte, because he throws it with so much power, has to miss right. Haugen throws it straight. His miss is in, not out. I think this is a telling shot right here. I think if Belmo laces the 1-3 pocket, I think it's game on.
Turkey working, fourth frame. Wow, he's just packed 4 shots. He was lost and now he's found.
Hey, Mike, game on.
Game on indeed. And Belmonte game face, and struggling toward the end of the last match, but coming out strong here in the semifinal. No doubt strikes 4 times. E.J. Tackett, the tournament leader, awaits in the title match. Fifth frame, Belmonte on the front 4. And he drills it again, top 5.
He found it. And, you know, the question is, how long does it last for? Once he gets that deep, the next move is farther left, and then he goes to the air. He starts lofting the left gutter cap. That's when it gets really fun.
Haugen finds the pocket. Michael Haugen, part of one of the most memorable wins in Tournament of Champions history for his only major title.
Come on, baby, come on.
Yeah, he was buried. He was like 60-something pins down after 5 frames. And Barnes let him back in. He threw like the last 6 shots or 6 strikes in a row. Barnes needs the first hit in the 10th. And he leaves a 4-pin. And Michael Haugen Jr. wins sitting on the bench for his first ever major.
Thank you, Las Vegas. Thank you. Thank you. That's why you never give up. You never give up.
Mike well aware of that fact, and adding a second major to his resume. He says it would be unbelievable to be put in Hall of Fame consideration.
Get up and hit again.
Light, and the 10-pin stands.
Just missed at the bottom.
Michael Haugen Jr. using 16 pounds. Belmonte using 15. He was hoping for that messenger to come over and take the 10 out, not to be.
Pickup for Haugen and a spare, but he trails by 22. Can Belmo keep striking? Find out when we return to the semifinal at the Masters. Middle of our semifinal finds Jason Belmonte with 5 strikes in a row and a 22-pin lead over Michael Haugen Jr. E.J. Tackett awaits in the championship match. Belmo has never come out of the 5th seed, and he has won his first 2 matches, and he's got a lead in the 3rd. Never being a 5 seed here in a 5-player step ladder, and now advancing in the 6th. And a 10-pin.
Pin's quick.
You heard him say it, just a little fast, and that's a lot better than the mistakes that he had early on in the first 2 matches where he would go light, leaving 2, 4, 10 combinations, or through the nose getting 4. This is just a 10-pin. Routine, right?
Labeled. Spare for Belmonte.
Well, let's take a look at what Jason Belmonte did in the second match, throwing this certain bowling ball here and just not matching up well. In this match, he made a change, went to a bowling ball that rolls a little bit earlier and smoother off the back of the pattern. He moves farther left, and he's getting it for all it's worth at the bottom of the swing right now. He's not holding back.
Belmonte with 8 career PBA Tour titles, looking for his 9th here today. 7th frame.
Oh, 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 oh. Very happy with that. Oh, 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 oh. Very happy with that.
He got extremely slow with that shot and got it way right. That's the only reason it got back to the head pin. Just got to get it synced up again. He's got to find the rhythm, get synced up. First shot on the right lane, too fast. That one way too slow.
Stay low.
He's a little in and out right now, but the good news is he's got a 20-pin lead. Haugen's bowled a really strong game. He went 4-pin in the 3rd. He went flat 10 in the 6th, but he's hit the pocket on every shot. Dangerous guy to be bowling at this juncture, because if he gets dialed in and he finds that high hard one to the 1-3 pocket, this guy may never stop striking.
Last title for Haugen at the Mark Roth Classic, and there's Mark looking on today.
Oh, bad.
That is way high. Nose hit, 610.
What are you doing? God.
Missed opportunity, I think, for Michael Haugen Jr. because he's trailing. He can't afford not to hit the pocket. He's got to throw strikes and keep the pressure on. Wasn't able to do it with this shot here on the right lane. So we take a look at Michael Haugen Jr.'s arsenal. He's throwing an Antics. A little bit weaker ball, but that helps him to stay in that area just right of the track area, the more worn part of the lane on the right side, which would start right around second arrow on the right side of the lane.
Come on, one time.
And a flat 10.
Well, he needs more than one time. He needs a bunch of times. He's still trailing in this match, and when he hits the pocket and leaves a flat 10, that's not a good sign. But with everything that we've seen from Belmonte today, I don't think any score is safe until the game is over. We've seen Belmonte split so many times today. God, if you're Michael Haugen Jr., you're thinking, man, a spare here and maybe another double. You never know.
That's why we throw spare balls.
Yeah.
Belmonte with a late smack on the back row and a strike in the 8th.
Right.
Really good shot.
Do I have any more?
Looking for a re-rack here, as you see just how he walks around that ball return and then trips the 9 late. He's out of re-racks. The players only get 2 re-racks a game.
Foundation frame for Belmonte. Semi-final match, looking to advance to another title in a PBA major. 9th frame. 4th pin.
He's going to take the air in the next match if he gets to the title match. He's running out of lane on this left lane. Watch how deep. Watch how deep this shot is. Lay down just inside the 6th arrow on the left side of the lane, and he's almost out of room. He looks out of sorts to me. His follow-through is going left and right. He just doesn't look comfortable, and he's bowling 230. His rhythm looks a little bit off. He looks like he's starting slow and then getting fast. He just doesn't look like the same old Jason Belmonte when he's really dialed in. Now, Mike Haugen Jr. can still strike out to shoot 235. The problem is Belmonte is at 238 right now.
Wearing his Brooklyn Styles PBA League jersey today, I know it meant a lot to Mike to be named to that team. 9th frame. That's a much better shot and result from Haugen.
He's looking back at the 8th frame going, man, if I could have only carried that week 10, if I'd have thrown a better shot in the 7th. I mean, he's still in this. Shot of the week coming up.
There's Mike Haugen's girlfriend, always providing support. 10th frame, big shot. Gets the strike, cuts the lead to 13. More importantly, he can force Belmonte to do work in the 10th.
I think Belmonte's pretty comfortable on the right lane. He's going to take a re-rack and let Belmonte sit for a bit, which I think is a great move. Belmonte looks pretty comfortable on that right lane. He's only missed once on it, and it was a 10-pin in the 6th.
USBC Masters Trophy will be awarded in the championship match coming up next. But first, slaps out the 10. Good shot.
That may have been the biggest shot of the week right there. I mean, I get it. He had to have the first one, but without this one, there really isn't any hope. Now he needs all 10 here on his fill shot to force Jason Belmonte to mark with good count. 9 spare 9. Belmonte would win by 1 if Michael Haugen Jr. strikes on this ball.
Sorry.
Now all he needs is 9 spare 8. Or 8 spare 9. I think that's a little bit more comfortable, you know what I mean? With the difficulty of what we've seen today in the somewhat erratic behavior of Belmonte's bowling ball.
To advance.
Look out.
Crossing over. And that's the
Nice.
8 count
Oh.
on the 5-9.
Completely out of sorts. He is completely out of rhythm and timing right now. Now, how big is Michael Haugen Jr.'s 9 on the fill shot? Belmonte still has a chance to win.
Sparing 9 for the victory.
Oh my God.
Catches it on the outside, converts the spare.
I thought he missed it by an arrow to the left. He needs to somehow find a way to pry one off, because right now Jason Belmonte is not making good shots for the first. I've never seen this happen to him, especially on television. Maybe a shot here and there. He needs 9 to advance to the title match.
All options are open.
8, we have a tie. Anything less, Michael Haugen Jr. wins sitting on the bench.
When he needs it, 9, 235, 234. Belmo bowls for another major title.
Well, he was somehow able to pry it off and get 9. I don't know how he did it, but he did it.
Jason Belmonte will bowl E.J. Tackett. Top 2 rev rates in professional bowling live next. Moving forward to the Geico Championship rematch, Randy.
Match number 1 was all about making some split conversions, and Belmonte covers a 2-4-10, and then he makes a massive split in the 9th, and those 2 split conversions saved that match against Simonelli. Then in match number 2, not a lot of striking going on, but when he did strike, he was able to string them together. This was basically a survival match against Tom Smallwood, who missed 3 spares. Belmonte beat Smallwood 202 to 173. And then in our last match that you just saw, Michael Haugen Jr. really apply the pressure. He got up big time in the 10th frame, throwing a double when he needed to. There you see those 2 strikes right there. He gets 9 on his fill shot. Belmonte, he needs 9 to advance, and somehow kept it together to get 9. He wins 235 to 234.
That's your Geico Championship recap. E.J. Tackett, tournament leader, 6-0 in match play this week, is getting set to face Jason Belmonte. And time now for the Track Tech Talk featuring EJ, and the subject, Randy, is power.
Yeah, and he generates power by using his legs and then snapping the wrist and the elbow at the point of release. Again, like I talked about in the open, it's almost like a broad jumper. He uses that leg. See how his leg straightens up there at the foul line? Well, as the leg is straightening up, he lunges upward at the same time he's unleashing his elbow and his wrist, uncupping and making a straight line. That's how he's able to create the speed and the revolutions.
Championship match coming up next in the USBC Masters, 10 frames uninterrupted. Join us next.